So today our hero highlight is going to be by Angeletha Long. Angeletha, would you like to share with everyone who this is in the picture and tell us about your and the gentleman there's service to our country? And Santa Papa John, you can put like 2 minutes on that if you can.
So this gentleman in the picture, I just happened to be at the Museum of Aviation, and he was there, and he said, "Hey, you're cute. Would you like to take a picture?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" No, that is not true. That is that is my husband, Dr. Dwayne Long. We've been married for 19 years. As a matter of fact, next week we're going away to celebrate. Um, he actually served 24 years in the Air Force, and I served 24 years in the Army. So together we have a cumulative 48 years of service. And funny story about how we met, I like to tell people that we met in Leavenworth because we actually did meet at Fort Leavenworth. We were just on the other side of the bar. So yeah, this picture is at the Museum of Aviation here in Warner Robins, and this was a change of command ceremony.
That's cool. And what did you do in the Army?
Oh, so yeah, so throughout my 24 years, I did 10 years as a paralegal, and then I did 14 years as an intel analyst.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank
And you
you.
know what comes after that. I can't tell you anything else or else.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And that leads us into our spotlight speaker today is Angeletha Long. And Santa Papa John, if you could put 15 minutes on the timer. And, if you finish up early, that will leave time for questions and answers. So you can break that up however you want.
Okay,
um,
awesome.
Okay, Angelita Long is with Cruise Planners. And I'm gonna not take any more of your time. I want you to share as much time as you can with us. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so you can share yours. And then Santa Papa John, once she's sharing her screen, you can start 15 minutes.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
awesome. Just a little disclaimer. I had to use a clip-on camera, so it may look and it's at a different angle than my regular computer camera. So, all right, let's get started. So let me start by saying that we don't just sell vacations. We design journeys that bring people together in ways they never expected. I've seen introverts on cruise line lead karaoke lines. I've seen families come together in random countries, connecting over dinners. I've created trips for veterans who hadn't seen each other since they were on deployment. And that's the real power of travel. And that is what Global Travel Designs is all about. We are a cruise planners franchise, so we have that brand behind us. Alrighty, so here is what we're going to talk about. You learn a little bit about me, a little more about me, our mission, and what we do. I figure most people know what a travel agency is, so instead of telling you what I do, I'll just tell you how I do business. Okay, so a little bit more about me. As I said, I did 24 years in uniform. I moved 16 times, had countless mission, just constant motion. And at a while, it was time to hang it up. I was ready to trade in my combat boots for some high heels. And I moved into retirement like it was a vacation. Beaches, drinks, no schedule. And it was amazing until it just wasn't anymore. When the trip stopped, the silence hit, and it hit hard. No orders, no calendar, no one to lead, just stillness. And that is something no one prepared me for. I wasn't ready for that silence. So I started feeling off, unmotivated, uh, disconnected. just tired. I was tired in a way that sleep just couldn't fix. I was falling asleep at stoplights. I would doze off in parking lots with the engine running. After 24 years, I thought I was tough. I thought the army had built me up over those years so I could handle anything, but I just wasn't prepared for this weight. And then one day I was in Walmart with my son, and through everything that was going on, he looked at me and he said, "Mom, are you having a panic attack?" For those of you who was here earlier, that's the little boy that y'all saw came into the screen. And that's when I was like, if he could see it, I couldn't hide it anymore. So that's when everything cracked open for me. And I had to do something I'm going to say I had never done. I had to choose myself. So I got help. I got quiet. I got real. I started rebuilding, not into who I was, but into who I was becoming. 5 a.m. workouts, intentional breathing, cleaner eating, and most importantly, travel. And it wasn't just the kind of travel that fills up your passport. It was the kind of travel that fills up your spirit, the kind that reminds you of who you are, takes you back to your root. It's like it gives you permission to be who you are. And that's when it clicked. Global Travel Designs was born from that realization. Travel isn't just about movement across borders, it's a pathway for connection to joy, to purpose. That journey, it didn't just change me, but it became my calling. And that's what I do today. I help you to reconnect with travel, to show you that travel, it's more than just visiting other places. It is a bridge to something bigger, something better. Alrighty. So our mission, it's as much about people as it is about places. It's about designing immersive travel experiences that go beyond the surface. At the heart of everything we do, it's about connections. We all need human connections to survive every day. Connections between people, between cultures, between communities. Travel isn't just about seeing the world, it's about understanding it, feeling like you're a part of it, and helping others to do the same. I do escorted trips. And on those trips, something that we do is by day, you have the freedom to go out and do whatever you want to do. You want to go to the spa, you want to go hiking, you want to lounge by the pool, whatever it is, you do it. And then at nights, we have a community. We all eat dinner together at nights, and that's when the connections come together. We talk about stories, what we did throughout the days, we reflect on what we did. We laugh. And again, that is where the real connections happen. The heart of all of my escorted trip is solo missions during the day and community by night. It's the travel that feeds the individuals and builds the group. Okay, so what do we offer? We offer complete immersion into thoughtfully curated travel experiences. So whether you are traveling solo or in a group, every journey is tailored to you. Before we start any trip, we have a pre-trip briefing. And during those trips, we talk about, okay, what is it that you want to do? We talk about the magic, what kind of magic you want to experience. And the whole point of doing that is so we could take care of all the logistics. We offer everything from group trips to solo getaway. So whether it is you want to go on a retreat in Costa Rica, you want to go on a woman-led tour in Mexico, or if you want to go on a yacht with your friends, Our group trips, they're all about connections. So, also, what sets us apart is our full service approach. We manage everything: flights, lodging, visa, your excursions, local guide, you name it, we do it. I like to say all you have to do is you pay your money and show up. We also design trips around themes because not everyone wants the same thing. So we do our wellness trip, adventure trip, and some people are also all about culture. You can also do a mix and match, if you want to mix it up. A perfect example is right now I'm planning a yoga and golf retreat in Jamaica. So you can get up in the mornings, salute the sun, and then end your day on the green. So that's the kind of balance that our travelers love, and that's what we provide. Our trips are not just about checking off a destination. They're designed to rejuvenate, challenge, and inspire you. It's all part of our plan. It's a path to transformation. And that's what we offer. Travel that gives back more than it takes. We personalize every trip. It's personalized for you and only you. So we begin every journey. The minute you say you want to do whatever it is you want to do, we before we do any booking, we host a pre-trip discovery session. And this is where we get to learn about you. What is it you want from this trip? What excites you? What kind of travel experience are you looking for? Because I'm sure it is to you, and it also is to us. It's more than where you want to go, but it's why. It's the why that makes it special. And we try to figure that out so we could build your itinerary around that. We also look at another thing: flexibility. Um, life in life, you have to be flexible. Life is not predictable, and neither is travel. And so we build your itinerary so you can leave room for some spontaneity. So you may go somewhere and okay, maybe, oh, you find a beach that you love and you just want to stay an extra day. And we will rearrange your itinerary, extend your trip for that extra day so you can enjoy the beach. You're somewhere and the locals invite you to a wedding or a festival or something that's coming up, and it's a day or two after your trip would have ended. We rearrange that itinerary so you can stay and go enjoy what the locals are offering. So ultimately, our personalization isn't just about crafting a trip. It's about crafting a feeling, the feeling of being seen, being cared for, being inspired. It's the feeling that this trip is for you and only you. Okay, so let's talk about something that's at the heart of every journey: shared experience. Travel is one of the most powerful social experience we can have. And when it's shared, it becomes even more transformative. I've watched complete strangers bond, not by blood, but by hiking, by group dinners. I grew up in Jamaica where my mom ran a villa. And all the time I watch peepers, they come as stranger and they leave as family. Events where, friends that start on a trip with, hey, where are you from? I'm sure you've done it before. You see somebody as simple as, where are you from? And you end with, oh, we should travel together next time. I remember when I was living in Colorado, and I don't know who's from Colorado or are familiar with Colorado Springs, the Manitou Incline. If you've ever been there, you know that thing is brutal. It's 2,700 steps straight uphill in the mountain. And everybody going up the mountain, they were just wheezing and sweating and having a rough time. But we were all encouraging each other. And there was this one girl that said, hey, if we can do this, we can do anything. And we went up the mountain together. By the time we got to the top, We were high-fiving and hugging as if we were besties for years. That's the kind of connections you get from travel. You don't get that from anything else. So again, I do escorted trip, and then on our trips, we have a first night circle where each night after dinner we talk about our whys, why we're here, what we want out of the trip. In March, we did a women's retreat, and I had one lady said that she was recovering from burnout. Another said she was there after grief. Another lady shared that she was homeless only a year ago. By the end of that experience, we weren't just travelers, we were each other's witnesses. So I'm telling you, this is the kind of connection that is intentional. Trips are designed for you to connect with people, and it builds into how we travel, especially through cultural immersion. Imagine going on an Alaskan cruise and you go on a fishing expedition. You bring your fish back to the ship, and the chef cooks it for dinner, and you eat your catch for dinner that night. That's the kind of experience that people never forget. Alrighty. So if all of that, you're still wondering why choose us, it's because you get the best of both worlds. Our boutique concierge service and the backing of Cruise Planners Network. With Cruise Planners, we have over 227 preferred vendors. And so all of these help us to design those exclusive trips for you. We work with all the luxury cruise line, all the luxury brands, and it doesn't matter what kind of travel you want to get. We support all kind of travelers. So whether you need wheelchair accessible cabins, sensory friendly itineraries, or medical travel coordination, we work with partners that makes all of this possible. Alrighty, so finally, this is what I said I was going to talk about, and this is what we talked about. Angela, do we still have time for questions?
Um, let's see. The clock's about to run out, but it looks like we have a couple minutes. So yeah, if you want to open it up to a question or two.
Okay, what questions do you have for me?
Anybody have any questions? Raise your hand so I can see you. The hand on the thingy.
Your digital hand.
Your digital hand. There you go,
Okay,
Janet.
Janet.
Can always count on Janet to ask good questions.
Just curious if you have certain locations that you're more expert in, like do you specialize in Europe or Jamaica, or what do you specialize in?
So yes, Jamaica is my jam. Jamaica is my thing. But I do a lot of Caribbean. I am starting to venture out into Europe. I did one Europe last year. I don't have one scheduled for this year, but I have one scheduled for next year. But yeah, Jamaica is where a lot of my trips go, and like I say, I do a lot of Caribbean.
Thank you.
Hey, William.
Yes, just real quick on the Caribbean. So, to split a trip, say for instance, from Montego Bay for 3 days and the Grill for 4 days, is that something that you do?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. That's
Absolutely, yes.
all I
So,
know.
yeah, and it depends on how long you want to go. So, if you only have a couple of days, you stay in one place. But if you have enough time, you can explore the island. And so that could be the perfect itinerary. You fly into Montego Bay, you stay for 3 days, and then if you want to go to Negril, you can stay for 3 days. And then, if you just want to push it over and just do a round robin, you can go to Altruist and spend another 3 days also. But
Thank you.
yes, absolutely. We do what you talk about all the time.
And Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know throughout, I mean, you may have answered this on the last slide, I believe you did, but through the whole presentation, you kept saying we. And I was trying to figure out if it's your agency or you're part of a bigger agency. And I think the answer is the bigger agency.
So, when I say we, I mean, I am mostly talking about Global Travel Designs. Yes, we are a cruise planners franchise. Yeah, Global Travel Designs, that is my business, but I do have a little bit of help.
Okay.
No man is an island.
I have a question. Do you have a like a mailing list where you have when you have a special or you're planning like a singles group cruise or some, a group for couples? I mean, do you have?
Yes, so I do. I do have a mailing list. Everyone is more than welcome to go to my website and you can sign up for my mailing list. There are also some resources listed right here that you can take advantage of. But yeah, whenever I'm planning my trip, I blast it out. And then yeah, I'll send it out to my mailing list. And I also have list of I have a couple of lists of people that want to go to certain places. So when I get to a certain number, I could trigger that trip.
Awesome. Okay. And be sure to put your information in the chat as well for everybody to be able to save that. And y'all can take a screenshot if you need to.
I'll drop it in the chat. It'll probably be easier.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Just save the
Angelique.
chat.
That was a wonderful presentation. It got me wanting to travel. So that's probably the purpose. But I'm actually wanting to plan some kind of a trip. Um, I have a big birthday coming up. I don't want to give it away, but I have a big birthday coming up in January. And
29.
no, yeah. I want to do something kind of special. So all
Okay.
right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you all for your attention.
Yeah, thank you. And I encourage everybody to reach out to Angeletha, set up one-to-ones, and also if you see any social media links on her website or like LinkedIn, Facebook, any of those things, it helps businesses to have likes and follows. So be sure to do whatever you can to help promote her business. If you know people who are wanting to travel, make sure that you make a connection